Hi, good morning, friends. In the last video, we learned about the first part of the best Christmas present in the world, and today we are going to learn the second part of the best Christmas present in the world, which contains the actual letter sent by Jim McPherson to his beloved wife Connie McPherson. So let us see the letter and understand.
Dearest Connie, I write to you in a much happier frame of mind because something wonderful had just happened that I must tell you about at once. We were all standing in our trenches yesterday morning, Christmas morning. It was crisp and quiet all about, as a beautiful morning as I have ever seen, as cold and frosty as a Christmas morning should be. I should like to be able to tell you that we began it, but the truth I am ashamed to say is that fridge began it. First, someone saw a white flag waving from the trenches opposite. Then they were calling out to us from across no man's land. Happy Christmas, Tommy! Happy Christmas! When we had got over the surprise, some of us shouted back, "Same to you, Fritz! Same to you!" I thought that would be that. We all did. But then suddenly one of them was up there in his grey greatcoat and waving a white flag. "Don't shoot, lads!" someone shouted, and no one did. Then there was another fridge up on the parapet, and another. "Keep your hands down," I told the men. "It's a trick," but it was not. One of the Germans was waving a bottle above his head. "It is Christmas Day, Tommy. We have snaps. We have sausage. We meet you." Yes, by this time there were dozens of them walking towards us across no man's land, and not a riffle between them. Little Private Morris was the first up. "Come on, boys, what are we waiting for?" And then there was no stopping them. I was the officer. I should have stopped them there and then, I suppose, but the truth is that it never ever occurred to me I should. All along their line and ours, I could see men walking slowly towards one another. Grey coats, khaki coats meeting in the middle, and I was one of them. I was part of this. In the middle of the war, we were making peace.
Hans Ulf. I am from Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf is a place in Germany. I play the cello in orchestra. Orchestra is a group of musicians. Happy Christmas, he said. Captain Jim McPherson, I replied, and a happy Christmas to you too. I am a school teacher from Dorset in the west of England. Ah, Dorset. Ulf smiled and replied, I know this place very well, but did not know good English. He learnt it from his school learnings, English books. His favorite book, Far from the Madding Crowd. So, out there in no man's land, we talked about the characters of this book, like Bathsheba and Gabriel Oak and Sergeant Troy and Dorset. He said he liked marzipan, was the best he never tasted. Marzipan is a cake. We agreed about everything, and he was my enemy. There was a Christmas party like it, Coney. Then someone, I don't know who, bought a football. I knew it was Tommy against Fritz in the middle of the no man's land. They started playing football match. We mingled our breathings in the air between us. After a while, Hans Ulf smiled and said, I think this is how we should resolve this war. A football match. No one dies in the football match. No children are orphaned. And no wives become widows. I would prefer cricket, I told him. Then we Tommies could be sure of winning, probably. We laughed at that, and together we watched the game. Sad to say, Coney, Fritz won 2-1. But as Hans Ulf Sly said, our goals was wider than wasn't quite fair. We had snaps, sausage together and had fun. We did not want that day to over. We were going back to our trenches that night. Back in dugouts, we heard them singing carols. Our boys gave them a rousing chorus. We exchanged carols for a while. Then we all fell silent. We laughed at that, and together we watched the game. Sad to say, Coney, Fritz won 2-1. But as Hans Ulf Sly said, our goals was wider than wasn't quite fair. We had snaps, sausage together and had fun. We did not want that day to over. We were going back to our trenches that night. Back in dugouts, we heard them singing carols. Our boys gave them a rousing chorus. We exchanged carols for a while. Then we all fell silent.
Dearest Connie, by Christmas time next year, this war will be nothing but a distant and terrible memory. I know from all that happened today how much both armies long for peace. We shall be together again soon. I am sure of it. Your loving Jim.